I got in for free at the door, sir. But it was a trash ass strip club. I have yet to be back to a strip club till this day. Strip club recommendations below. Because
I don't know if I have or not.
I haven't been to a strip club since that day, and I want to go. And I had the opportunity to go to Blue Flame. I would never forgive myself. I had the opportunity to go to Blue Flame with my cousin, but the person I was with left their ID, and that was the end of the story. I'm not the person who's gonna leave who I'm with.
They should have lived in the hotel.
I just ain't that type of person. Like if I came with you and we came to this place, like traveled to this state together, I'm not gonna be like, you know,
right, I'm being mean.
I ain't gonna be like, nah, you got to stay. Since you left your ID.
Oh, we want to walk through that and see.
But that'll be your one and only time to do that with me, though.
Yeah.
Like that can't be a thing. You know, that's just one thing.
Yeah.
Like I went on a trip to Tennessee one time to Gatlinburg, and it was a larger group, like 9 of us, and one of the people left their ID, so they just stood outside. Because at that point, you're outnumbered. All 8 of us can't not go to the moonshine tasting, boo. Like because you left your ID. So you had to stand outside. What Chris Brown say? You outside the club and can't even get in.
How you gonna hate from outside the club and can't even get in?
Let's go. Okay.
Hi, y'all.
Hey, it's a new week.
Mm-hmm.
It's a better week. You know, more positive week. It seems to be.
Yeah.
Even though there are still, you know, things always constantly going on in the world. It's a calmer week. So hopefully everybody has been blessed. Jessica and I were outside this weekend.
Very much so.
I ain't gonna don't call my phone till Juneteenth, okay? Till Juneteenth. That's when you're gonna see me outside. That is when I ain't going nowhere.
I feel like this was a busy weekend for everybody because everybody I know was outside this weekend.
You ever be out so much to the point where you like your skin itch and you just want to be at home because you feel dirty, like could be around so many people?
I'm so glad I had Monday like off because Monday. I mean, well, I'm gonna do a body scrub anyway, but Monday, baby, I body scrub.
I wash my clothes. I wash my sheets.
I washed my clothes, folded clothes, like cleaned up in my room, did a little face mask. I caught up on some work I needed to do. Yeah. Like I needed that time. The only thing I didn't do was wash my damn hair because I just didn't even feel like being bothered. But I will be doing it probably Thursday, tomorrow. Actually, probably Friday.
So today?
Yeah.
We still learning how to speak in future tense from not the day we recording, but the day that this comes out, y'all. Continuity purposes.
Right.
Shout out to you, Alan.
For teaching us a few things.
But yeah, it hasn't been too much going on. So we have a few things to talk about this week, but not nothing too crazy.
No.
And I think that's good because last week was heavy. It was heavy. It was very heavy.
My feelings are still hurt. I'm not gonna lie. So my condolences to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just looking at something online today and I posted it the other day. And I posted it on my story. And it's so sad. Everything that's going on.
It's a lot. And then I didn't even know it was because I don't have kids, but it's a whole formula shortage going on.
Oh, definitely going on. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Like, I mean, y'all, I don't have kids. Like, I really, honest to God, like, I mean, I watch the news and stuff, but I don't have kids. So, like, formula not being at the
store. Like on Shade Room or like on TikTok, people were talking about it.
Okay, maybe I just missed it, but yeah, it's just a lot, y'all. And I mean, I feel like we've been in a constant state of distress for the last however many years, you know. So,
let's get right into it, I guess.
Yeah. So, hoochie daddy shorts.
To be or not to be?
I mean, I ain't seen nobody. Well, except what you said. Everybody I've seen, all the posts and TikToks I've seen is everybody loves it. Men and women included. The men like having their thighs. That they like, look, I've been in the gym. I've been working hard. I want to show off my body. Cool. Yeah. And the women's like, I want to see that thigh meat. Let me see that thing hang out like, whatever.
I like having something where we can objectify men because obviously being a woman, we're objectified so much.
Yes.
So I like when we can kind of like let men know that, it's something on them that we like. I personally
some of these shorts do be too damn short. I'm sorry.
You're right.
I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news. But if your shirt longer than the damn shorts.
Okay, let's talk about these. Let's go back.
Because what be fucking with me is that they had the long ass shorts and then the shirt come down. I barely see the shorts. You look like you back on night.
It kind of reminds me of like when the white girls used to do that with the Nike shorts.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's ugly, by the way.
I don't like that. You need it to be just a little bit longer. You know, you can have the thighs out, but you ain't gotta have drawers on.
Now, some of the boys that do that, you know.
No, I be seeing the ones that say, you know, at least
they say,
you know, outwardly they are.
They say.
Look, I don't know what you do behind the closed door, but what I'm saying is, if the shirt is longer than the shorts, I don't think it's cute. Because what's the point of the shorts if you're gonna wear a dress? Like, just put on the shirt and then don't wear the shorts.
The one also too. That's why I said back up, rewind. If you're wearing the Hoochie Daddy shorts, I feel like you need to have a Hoochie Daddy body.
But Hoochie Daddy's in the eye of the Hoochie Mama.
Because I've seen a few people
who say that his Hoochie Daddy body. That's why I said Hoochie Daddy's in the eye of the Hoochie Mama. Because some women like, you know.
Well, some of them, my eyes are not on that sparrow. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think some of the big guys look cute in their little short shorts.
Some of them, but it depends on like.
But you gotta have ass.
You know, it's different kind of like.
You have to have ass.
They be saying it's like different kinds of big girls.
Mm-hmm.
There are different kinds of big guys.
Yeah, true.
It's a certain kind of a big guy that they look good on. Because the one I'm talking about, look, you do that every day. But
I don't know who she's talking about. So
but you know, just like strong, like big built, like guys, like look like they play football or something, but they don't be small. You know what I mean? That kind of a thick man. You wear what you want, daddy. But some of them that I be seeing.
But what they supposed to wear if it's hot outside?
Not that.
Jeans.
Yeah, do that. I don't know. I'm not a body shame. I'm somebody who body shame me. I'm just saying it's not giving.
I say Hoochie Daddy is in the eye of Hoochie Mama. As long as your meat ain't hanging out and like dangling out. Unless I think you fine, then I want.
Oh, we talking about different kinds of meat. Okay.
Oh no, I was talking about meat. I was talking about meat.
You talking about actual meat.
I'm talking about dangling swing lane.
All the meat.
Oh no, I'm talking about because some of these niggas shorts I be seeing damn near the tip of their thing hanging out. The shorts it be so short. It be right there.
It's a boy I follow on Instagram.
It be right. It be I see the mushroom.
Let me see.
It be right there. So what all I'm saying is, and this is to my blessed brothers out there. I love you. You know, I ain't got no shame in my game. So you know, you wear it. But what I'm saying is, maybe go up a size in the Hoochie Daddy short, just because you know some of y'all got some big old.
Wear them at home.
Some big. You're endowed, well endowed. You know,
I feel like you just wear them at home
because. I don't know. It be a little too much, you know. Just like I don't want to see a girl camel toe. I don't want to see, you know. I don't want to see your balls out breathe. I can see you, you know. I don't want to see that.
I'm not mad with seeing a little print. I don't want to see all of
but
it.
But some of them be they be what she said. What Nene say? Tights. It be tight up under there. Okay.
I wonder if that just for like the Instagram pictures of it all.
I done seen some people at that rooftop was like that.
Babe.
Some people at that rooftop, I was like, I don't know. Do I look or do I look away? Because goddamn, like
some of them was like that in them pants.
That's what I'm saying. I was like,
yeah. I ain't gonna lie, some of the pants being extra.
I hate the ankles out. I'm sorry. I think if you over 6 feet, why the fuck is your whole ass ankle out? Put on a full pant. You got on damn skinny jeggings with fucking penny loafers, and you got this much ankle out. Nigga, you are now wearing a capri.
Yeah.
A gaucho.
Some of it does look ridiculous. And they be tight. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can get in line with it.
I can't.
get in line with it.
it's like you said, it depends on the body. Like, and some of y'all niggas be thick, and you know you thick, so get that in a go up a size.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Some of y'all booty big.
Y'all doing all the squats and the quads and the RDLs, whatever.
Y'all got big booty.
Go up a size.
Yeah.
You used to be a 32.
Fellas, we're talking to you.
Used to be a 32.
Yada.
In high school, you got grown man ass now.
I mean, wow.
You're 36, bruh.
And then still got the wallet back there, sir.
Get Apple Wallet.
And I'm gonna look every time. And I'll be like, whoa. Oh, you know what I always think about? Remember that episode of Girlfriends when Joan was dating that man who had the hips?
Oh, yeah. Look, some niggas asses, I be like,
whoa.
Ooh, I be jealous.
Whoa. You might be thick on your daddy's side.
Look, I don't know. Look, what they say, that must be jealous because Jam don't shake like that. Because y'all be poking.
Baby, y'all be thick.
But I'm a fan of the Hoochie Daddy shorts overall. I think that it's, you know, between that and gray sweatpants season, I'm always happy. I'm always here for a little sneak preview.
Now,
okay.
The reason why we're talking about this is one, because you know it's been talked about everywhere. But I saw a few posts today where people were saying that like they didn't like the hoochie. Well, first of all, they don't like the term hoochie daddy. Let's start there. They don't like that. They don't like men referring to themselves as hoochie daddies, which I thought it was just all in like the joke.
Yeah, I thought it was cute.
I just thought it was all in fun. And then also they don't like men wearing shorts, basically.
Okay.
And I just kind of feel like I sent you what somebody had replied to somebody that I saw on Facebook or whatever. But like I just always thought of it as fashion, like.
Men been wearing little ass shorts.
Like if you watch basketball and like old sports
in the 70s and the 80s,
men been wearing small
they used to wear little collar shirts with little shorts when they played sports, like tennis players.
Yeah.
All athletes usually, you know, basketball, tennis, all those sports in like the 60s, 70s, 80s wore little ass shorts. Yeah. Not until really the 2000s is when niggas was like, nah, nigga, we want our shit down to the ground.
Yeah. You know, I don't know. I just feel like it's just kind of fashion coming back around.
Yeah.
I feel like it's me, men just being comfortable with themselves. Excuse me. And especially black men being comfortable to like step outside of their comfort zone. Because, you know, just like you said, how a lot of guys, they still wearing like Michael Jordan pants. And like, you know, I'm a man. And they don't want to wear stuff like that.
Still wearing 3XL tees. Nigga, you wear a medium.
Yeah. Like, I like that now men can kind of have like variety, you know.
I definitely like a more tailored look on a guy.
I do.
I don't want the like oversized, like no, every now and then, you know, the oversized tee with like a jean or something, like depending on the event or whatever. But I still like the clothes to fit you. You shouldn't look like you're drowning.
I still like a little sag.
But see, I think it's, but not in them tight ass jeans y'all niggas be wearing.
Not in the tight
booty jeans. Be busting out the top.
Yeah, not in the tight jeans, but
and then have the nerve to still have a belt on for what?
Yeah, I'm done. And
for what?
The bedazzled one.
For what?
Now that's what be.
Niggas got on a Hermes belt to not even hold up your damn pants.
Yeah,
right.
I don't like the bedazzled belt with the skinny and then your booty me hanging out.
Whole booty. Like now nobody cares about your Ethica draws.
That's hoochie daddy.
Nobody cares about your Ethica draws, bruh. Like at all.
Well, that's the verdict on that.
Yeah.
We like it over here.
Yeah.
I love hoochie.
Especially y'all that work out them legs when they got them veins.
I love a man with some nice legs. Some nice legs. Yeah. Yeah. I love men with nice skin too. Like when your skin on your leg looks good. Yes. It don't even have to be, because I know like men be hairy or whatever, but just nice.
But your skin can be smooth underneath the hair.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying, like,
niggas exfoliate.
That's what I'm about to say. Get your little body brush. You know what I'm saying?
That 3-in-1 ain't gonna cut it. I don't know how many times we're gonna have to tell y'all ass.
Your back.
The shampoo, conditioner, body wash combo is not it.
You need to get a body scrub.
You need 3 separate products, my brother.
Yeah.
And a loofah. Not just that white rag that you done had, that you stole from your mama house when you moved out. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Hit your elbows too.
But anywho, to the next topic. So this whole little situation was very confusing to me, and it was a lot of back and forth. I mean, this person was posting, that person was posting, this shade room posted, and they posted, and this one. I honestly still don't know to this day what the fuck really happened. But I do have some points on, or have some views on one of the people involved. So that's why we're gonna talk about it. So everybody kind of probably saw over the weekend that Monique and DL Hughley had some huge online beef,
very big misunderstanding
situation going on as to where they had, I guess, a show together, and Monique was under the impression that she was the headliner, which means she was going to be closing the show. But when it became, I guess, day of and it was time for her to go on, she found out that she wasn't the headliner and that DL Hughley was closing the show. So then she, during her set, called DL Hughley a bitch ass nigga and all these things, and was going off, and then he was posting about her and she was posting, and it just was a whole lot of. And I just had a conversation with my mom about this, and I heard some other people on a podcast talk about this, and I'm like, it's 2022. And as much as my heart goes out to Monique for the different situations that she's been involved in and the wrong that has been done toward her, it ain't like she ain't got no clout. I guess it's the only word I can think of. It ain't like she ain't got no, like, I'm not tired, but I wish she would just give up trying to like constantly battle these men in the comedy space and these different entities that have shown you over the years don't give a fuck about you, and just make your own lane. Like, you've been in the game long enough now to be able, in my opinion, to be able to stand on your own too. No, you might not be on the level of Dave Chappelle, but you can still create your own platform, your own way. You can still do your own tours, figure out your own, movies. Maybe you need to do some independent films and not try to do major film. Like, Monique has fans. She has people who are tuned into her, and Tyler Perry and Oprah and Lee Daniels and some of these other people ain't all of Hollywood. Of course. So it's like,
especially now that we kind of like know everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like, at some point you got to stop getting on these platforms and saying, man, I just want y'all to give me a chance and this is what's wrong and and just be like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it on my own. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and I'm gonna, be my own star. Yeah. You can't constantly be dependent on these people.
I think also what kind of like get on my nerves with like some of the older celebrities, especially like both of them are always two people who always try to like give wisdom and tell others what they should do and counsel others and so forth. And so that don't mean that they're not human and they can't slip up. But I just felt like online wasn't the place to like have this big argument
not that back and forth
between two grown ass people. You know what I'm saying? I just thought it was like immature and in poor taste. I don't know, with Monique, just like you said, I think she should stop trying to like force herself on people. Either they're gonna work with you or they're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, either you're gonna figure something else out or you're not gonna work. Like, I don't know how easy it would be for her to just like produce and make her own things, because it takes money. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what her pocket's looking like if she ain't been working over the past few years. And then we don't know who else she might have pissed off, who behind the scenes won't pick up
But you can't have pissed off every damn body.
No, I know that. I'm just saying, like, we don't know like the ins and outs why she chooses to go these avenues. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just easy for her then to have her own show and go on tour. Maybe nobody want to give her a chance, or maybe the people I have no idea, but like I just want her to find like some kind of lane and stop being worried about like everybody else and whether they like her, whether they support her, whether like blah blah blah. And then also I guess because of the whole situation with Lee Daniels and them, she feels the need to like always prove that like she's been here and she's legendary and all this stuff. We already know that.
Yeah, nobody ever tried to take. I feel like nobody at least the fans and us from the outside looking in have never not given her that. Like, I think that's why she's still able to do what she's currently doing, because
we like her.
We people respect her as a woman in comedy, one of the pioneers really for women in comedy. You know, so that's what I'm saying. Somebody, I feel like you and Issa Rae, you could call Issa and y'all could figure something out, or Robin Thede, or some of these other women. Hell, Quinta Brunson with Abby. Like, there's so many other black women or other women of color, because it seems like you and the niggas, there's something going on. So maybe you need to try to work with women in media and entertainment and see, you know, if that's your avenue. Because I think that door,
go to the places you welcome.
You know, that door that maybe in the 90s when you first came out that is closed, like, it's just different, and they don't have that.
To move on.
It's just time to move on, like, because you beating a dead horse at this point.
I totally agree. And then even her going on tour with some other ladies, I think pride is some people's like downfall for real, because you shouldn't get to a point in your life. And of course I know, like, when you've worked to a certain point, she's an Oscar winner. Obviously, like we said, she's legendary. She might feel like there are certain people who she is above. Like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that show. You know what I'm saying? They might not even be paying a whole lot of money, but I feel like you shouldn't get so big to where you feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously the Lord giveth and he taketh away. So like at some point, it's like you got to do what you got to do so you can do what you want to do.
Exactly.
Like, you've got to build up your show so D.L. Hughley and them can be under you on your damn and you headlining. But like, you want to go out and, you know, do stuff like all this other shit hasn't happened, and that's just not real life. Like, that's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I mean, hell, Taraji P said, I can do bad all by myself. The first time she ever got paid was 6 figures or her worth, or however much she had wanted to ever get paid. That was the first movie, and she had before that done Benjamin fucking Button with Brad Pitt. And all these other movies and all these movies. So like, it's just like sometimes you might have to do something that, like you said, that you don't want to do, or that you might not, and you might be blocking your blessing even doing that, because how you know doing this show, maybe monetarily it won't change your life, but what about it change your spirit? What about it change the people that you connected to, the people you impact? Like, a lot of times, like,
that's a word.
It can't always be about the money and the monetary gain from stuff, because sometimes God might be giving you an opportunity to change you in a way that money can't even buy you that type of change.
The connections.
That's all I'm saying, Miss Monique. You know, if you ever see this, just like there's so many other creatives out there in the world, and I would hate for you to like miss out on the opportunity because you trying to sit up here and argue with D.L. Hughley and whoever else will listen, instead of, you know, trying some other avenues.
I think sometimes too, we have to learn when it's a time to go off and when it's not. You know what I'm saying? You definitely have to, with age, you should be learning how to pick your battles. You know what I'm saying? It's tons of people I've wanted to go off on at work, or fight at work, but we did it. You know what I'm saying? So I think sometimes having like discernment and understanding, like, you know what, I'm not gonna go off because this moment is bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? I won't go off or sometimes making power moves mean that you might need to humble yourself and do something that you really don't want to do, but you know that's gonna lead to something else. You know, people do stuff like that all the time. So I just feel like, you know, she may have to work on that. That's something that I know is way easier said than done, because like I said, when people get in position, they feel like, I'm not fucking doing that. You know what I'm saying? But it just is what it is. Like, now in the days of like cancel culture and how Hollywood works, and even though it's big for Black people and minorities, it's small. So I just feel like, I don't know what really happened behind the scenes. Maybe he deserved to get like gone off on. You know, he might be an asshole. We don't know, but like, I don't know. I just feel like, see how she looks bad? It just, again, it makes her seem like the difficult
angry Black
one.
woman.
Because they've already said that, and then he's like the one who, although he put the flyer and stuff up, so it makes him look like he ain't do nothing wrong. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes you can't be too quick to like go off. Maybe you need to think about it first. That's just what I think.
Yeah.
Girl, we're gonna be praying for you because we love you, Monique.
Yeah, like I said, I would still support. I told my mama today, if you came down to Birmingham and came to the Stardome, I'll buy a ticket. I'd go see you.
I would definitely go see her.
Like, you might just have to start from ground zero. You're gonna do smaller clubs and figure out your own thing. Like,
and a lot of people do stuff like that to work on their material.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kevin Hart's come here, Eddie Griffin's come here, like
85 South
show,
like as a separate entity. Like Chico, I think has come to Stardome separately. DC has come, and I don't think Carlos has come yet, but I know Chico and DC have come like as individual acts to Stardome.
And I know Desi Banks has like so many
Ricky
people.
Smiley does stuff there all the time. Like sometimes you just gotta like break it all down and restart, like, and figure it out. Like,
and then too, this is my thing. I know celebrities. One thing about them is that when they say something isn't paying them a whole lot of money, it might not be paying them what they're worth, and then their bills are way different than ours. Also, they live in a different lifestyle, but some money is better than no money when with some of these jobs.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If she's talking about like I can't feed my family and I can't, you sure ain't gonna feed them saying no to every damn thing.
But hell, I was listening to the Pivot, and they had Amari Hardwick on there, and he said for the first 2 years of Power, he had to ask 50 Cent to loan him money, and then he would pay him back with interest so he could pay his bills. And he was the star of the damn network. And for the first 2 seasons of his show, he had to ask the creator of his show for a loan so that he could take care of his family.
Is that something that 50 Cent has control of? Because I don't think so.
I don't know if he has like control over how much the actor gets paid, but what I'm saying is we all know who the fuck Omari is, Ghost.
Yeah.
And he said even to the end, he said, matter of fact, he did 6 seasons, and he said even 50 Cent and Courtney Kemp, the creator of Power, will sit here and tell you that I never got paid my worth as stars. I think he said that he got paid like $150,000 a season or something.
Oh wow.
Or something crazy. It was something wild. Like for you to be a face of a network
and
having a hit show.
Like fucking Friends, which isn't like they get paid $2 million an episode. Like
now I might be misquoting. He might have said 150,000 an episode or 150,000 a season, but anyways, he still wasn't made to be. Because let's be real, who the fuck was watching Stars before they put Power on it 6 years ago?
But that's how a lot of these like companies, you know what I'm saying? They profit off of all this black talent. They have they have like figured out the formula. You know what I'm saying? They know the shows we like. They know we're gonna watch, and it's gonna, it's gonna trend online. It's gonna make money. It's gonna be talked about, and all this is gonna be historical. And they don't want to pay them. Girl, that ain't nothing but what folks around here do all the time.
Yeah, but I'm saying that to say it's like. He was carrying a network on his back and he never got paid his worth. So Monique, all I'm saying is you ain't the only one who going through what you're going through. But sometimes you got to see the bigger picture of it all, and do what's best for you.
I really hate that we have to go. Like, do we have to struggle with every fucking thing?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I hate to say it, but I think that's just This is the cards that we are dealt. Let's see. Next on the list.
I guess we can talk about parents since we're talking about home training.
Yeah, we can. Yes. Yes. So, are there any things that your parents have pressured you to do that you hated?
That's the question.
I won't say that I hated it, but I was definitely pressured, and my mother knows this. I tell her all the time she pressured me to go to college. Like it was never like an option, and that's a lot of people like. Family is that it's just education. Nobody really tells you. They tell you you should get an education so that you can take care of yourself, but they don't really explain to you like really truly why you should get an education, the value in learning. But then a lot of people's view on education is traditional, where it's elementary school, middle school, high school, college, graduate school, whatever. Yeah, and there are so many other methods of educating yourself and learning. So I would say like that was one of the things my mom probably, if anything, pressured me to do out of anything in my life was really just the school, like going traditional, like making sure you do all these things?
I won't say that my mom pressured me to go to college because I did want to go to college.
Mm-hmm.
I think because I was raised by her and in a family of people that like went to college, like everybody in my family went somewhere different. So we're not even a family that's like a all A&M family or a all Alabama family. Just go your ass to school. So I think because I grew up around that, I always knew I wanted to go to college, but once I got to college and things weren't working out the way I thought they would for me at Alabama, I wish like my mom kind of didn't, I don't know, she pressured me to just stick with it. It's like, okay, we have to finish school. So it kind of just left me feeling like, is there not anything else I can do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I guess she didn't really pressure me, but I wish she would have just giving me more options. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that there's anything else I feel like she just made me do, because in my childhood, I mean, all the things I was involved in, like with singing or being in the choir and being in opera and stuff, I wanted to do that because I liked it. So she didn't pressure me, but I don't know. I guess for me, I just wish she had put emphasis on different things. Both of my parents, really. I wish they had like taken the time to teach me about other stuff and like to really give me options and not make me feel like there's one way to do things. You know what I'm saying? My dad, he went into the Navy. He didn't go to college. So, well, he didn't go to college right away, but he does have a degree now. But he always talked about going into the military because that gave him a means to travel, make money. It gave him his freedom and, be a veteran and like have all these benefits, and it's affording him a certain lifestyle. So he's always talked to me about that, but I didn't want to be in the army or like, my perception of going into the service was like bang, bang, shoot them up. And I was like, I am not that girl. I ain't finna be in nobody's
I would say she wouldn't have made it through basic training at all. Jessica wouldn't have made the first time somebody would have been in her face talking about something. Do you have it? She would have been like, pack them up.
Baby, y'all don't know me at all.
It's time for me to go. I'm calling my daddy right now.
I really don't even need this shit. One thing about me,
I can go home right now.
I'm Rochelle. My husband has 3 jobs, 2 jobs, whatever she said, baby. Don't get it twisted, okay? It's very much taken care of. You is not finna hold up my damn face.
Just gonna be like, my dad come to get me right now. I'm leaving here.
I'm sorry, what?
They turned me crazy up here.
No, you turn the car right on back around. So that wouldn't have worked for me. So I just wish my parents had like talked to me about other things, like talk to me about finances and like talk to me about life and like talk to me about healing and like talk to me about how to communicate about. I don't fault them because they talk to me about what they knew about.
I was about to say, I don't think our parents are so like, because our parents are like the same age group. So it's like our parents, and I've had to really realize that a lot with like certain things with my mom and talking to my mom, because I used to get frustrated sometimes when I would come to her with certain issues or certain things, because it just would be like, you ever talk to your parent, it's like you just don't get it. Like I'm trying to explain it to you, and it's like you can tell by the advice they giving you that they still not really understanding what you said. And I used to get so frustrated, but then I had to really sit back, and we've said this on the podcast before, I've had to see my mom as a person and understand the generation that she grew up in and the things that she was exposed to is drastically in generations separated from what I have grown up with and in the way I was exposed to things early on in comparison to, how she was. So it's a lot of things that I probably knew about at the age of 10 that my mom had to figure out in her damn 40s. And it's just because of that's the times. So I've had to just realize like it's not that she don't care or that she doesn't love me and don't want the best for me. It's just they don't be knowing.
I mean, they can only give you what they got.
Look, and a lot of times they don't be knowing.
They don't be knowing. And if they ain't got it, then you can't get it. You know what I'm saying? That's like we talked about this before. I've had to like forgive my parents like internally for certain things they did and didn't do, and just realize that like they just might not have known. You know what I'm saying? They was doing the best they could. That's all they knew to do. Like when I got student loans when I was at Alabama, my student loans kind of served as, because I was paying for Alabama mostly like out of pocket. I did have like PACs and like financial aid, but the rest of it was out of pocket. So that's why it was so expensive for me. And then, just like at a lot of schools, or I don't know, but at Alabama, once you get past like freshman year and sophomore year, you basically got to figure out where you're going to stay, because there's nowhere for you to go on campus. You have to get an apartment. So I was paying my rent and the rest of my schooling out of my student loans. And at the time, I just wish my mom had been a little bit more like aware. And I wish I had done more research on my own to where I knew like which ones to get. Because I definitely wouldn't have gotten Sally Mae. And I didn't major in anything like where my loans really can be repaid now. So I'm kind of stuck.
And Sally Mae does not. And I hope people understand this. Let me just clarify this. When they're talking about federal student loans and things getting forgived on the news and stuff, that is not fucking Sally Mae. That is not Sally Mae.
So when the people call your phone and they're like, you applied for student loan forgiveness, hang up on their ass.
Because that's a scam. And because Sally Mae is not a federal student loan. It has nothing to do with the government. That is a private loan. It's a private student loan.
And so that's why I'm like, now, when all these things come up, my mama's like, well, why is it so hard for you to pay yours back? And see, she doesn't understand because she's a teacher, or she was a teacher. So a lot of her loans, they got forgiven. So she's really just doing what she knew, but what she knew was wrong.
Well, it wasn't wrong. It just wasn't
It wasn't
you.
right for me.
It wasn't right for you. And, my mom is in the same bracket, like our world, communication, entertainment, media, for like my mom is a fucking engineer, so my world is like fucking like her
total opposite.
Total, she don't get it, she don't understand. My mama just now, and she's almost, and I'm sorry to expose you, mom, but I don't think she cares. She's proud to be almost 60. She's 59. Like, she's just now being like, I get it now, like YouTube and all this stuff. And like, cause she just couldn't, like, her world with social media and phones and all of that, like, she didn't get it. So when I came to my mom telling her at 16, like, oh, give me a YouTube channel, I need to get a camera, I need to get here so I can get this money, before it, in her head, all she heard was her kid was trying to put herself on the internet to the world. And to a parent, it was like, kids get snatched up and raped because they meeting people online. And
she just didn't know.
Folks are losing their job. I still have to convince my mama, like, you can't lose your job for posting a picture on Facebook, right? Like, what will lose your job is if you're doing some wild ass, I should lose my job because I put this out in the world ass shit. But nobody's gonna fire you if you post a picture with you and your daughter, mom. Nobody, you're not gonna lose your job. Like, she didn't. Hey, if you added my mom on Facebook between the years of 2015 and 2018, she did not have a profile picture. It was a picture of a fucking lake or beach or some shit. And I said, Mom, she was like, nobody adds me. I'm trying to add my friends on here and nobody adds me. I said, Mom, because they don't know who the fuck you are. Where's your picture? They think you fake.
My mama's name on Facebook is not even her damn name. I ain't gonna even say it on here. She would be like, oh, you said it on there. But girl, she got a picture of some flowers as her profile picture. And the only people who know that like it's her, it's people in my family, because what her name is kind of like a nickname. So that's the only way they even know it's her. My mom understands YouTube and stuff, but she doesn't. She knows that people, because my mom's 49, she'll be 50 this year. She knows people make money online and they do stuff and they sell stuff online but she doesn't understand like the ins and outs of it all, or how like they really make a living being online and being an online persona and all that stuff. She don't understand that. Like, she just now really, my mama just now even like wears weave for real. My mama never even wore like wigs.
My mama has never in her life ever had braids, wigs, weaves, none of that. The worst thing my mom's ever got was a perm. That's about it. That's all Levada gonna do. And she might put a little rinse on there. And that's it. That's it.
So I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, parents are funny.
I'm trying to think of something my mom might have pressured me to do, but I really can't.
Now my mama did not let me quit. Like, I'm the very type person, like, I'm very nice, I'm open, but I have a breaking point. And once I'm there, and it ain't I ain't listening to nobody. I don't give a fuck what you saying. I'm ready to go. And I had a very, like, when I was younger, I was just, again, when you turn me off, I'm turned off. So I would sign up for dance classes, and I would dance classes till the teacher got on my fucking nerves. I'm ready to go. Let's go. Like, but my mom, she'd be like, no, you got to finish this out. You got to make sure, I remember when I was in high school, I had an altercation with my dance coach. Not like physical, but like we just had a disagreement. And the coach, I ended up having like a small panic attack because the coach was trying to like tell my mom that I had like cussed her out or something. And I'm not disrespectful like that. I'm not like a person, especially elder people who are older than me. Like that's just not my character. Like, I'm just not gonna be cussing no grown ass person out for no reason. And I didn't cuss her out anyway. But she went and was saying all this and lying to my mom and all of that. Basically, to make a long story short, I wanted to quit the dance team in the middle of the fucking season because the lady had lied on me and I was over that shit. And my mama was like, no, you have to stick it out. You have to be, So she didn't really pressure me, but it was like she didn't let me quit because something didn't go my way.
Yeah. Which, honestly, that's a good lesson.
So, yeah.
Because a lot of shit ain't going to go your way.
She taught me how to deal with conflict early on.
Well, that's good. I don't know. Child, I'm going to have to come back to it. Other than, like, clean up or...
Now, religion. I ain't
gonna lie.
I was going to be a Christian.
Sometimes church was definitely forced on me. And even participating in it. Like, because I definitely, like... When I sang solos or anything in church, it was definitely like Jessica do it. Like, dang, I couldn't even say nothing. I think the only other thing I would say is when my parents got divorced, my mom she worked a lot more, and so I would have to stay at home with my sister. And so there are a lot of times in high school where I feel like I just missed out on things or just like certain experiences because I didn't really hang out a whole lot. Yeah. Like I always had to be at home or like I always had to be watching my sister or whatever. So it just kind of made me like sneakier. And that's why I would like skip school sometimes or like whatever. And my mom never even knew that. She didn't know that.
She know now.
She know that now, but my mom, she been knew.
I was gonna say she know that.
She didn't know that probably till like I got to college, and I remember something was on the news about like kids skipping school, and my mama was like, "I'm so glad you ain't never do that," and I was like, "Well, actually, I did."
Since you mentioned it,
I'm not, but that's why I used to do stuff like that, and I feel like that's why when I got to college, I partied so hard because I wasn't like used to going out or doing stuff or whatever.
I will say I did have quite a wild senior year of high school. I did. I didn't wild out in college that much, but I think that's because I had such a wild ass senior year of high school. Like, hey, white people know how to party. Say what you want about them motherfuckers, but one thing them motherfuckers can do is turn a motherfucker up. Okay. Period. And that's how I was introduced to everything, drinking and everything was white people. So, and they go hard to go home. So my senior year of high school, thank God I had already did all the work. Like, and I just was skating on out of there because baby, if I actually had to do something,
I got you.
I skipped school. I was never at school. I would be out in Fairfield in the projects. I was wild. But that's because my mom kept me like kind of sheltered. Like I didn't get my license until I was 17. So like
I think I got mine at the same age.
Yeah. And by that time I was already going into my senior year almost. So like at that point I had missed out on everything. Because I wasn't going to the movies and hanging out all late at night because my mama was not having that. I was not going over nobody's house like that because if she didn't know your people, that wasn't happening.
Yep.
No. Yeah, I wasn't going on no damn dates and shit. Hell no. I was a wild kid. That's a story for another day. My mom actually, I was very sheltered, so which made me very sneaky, and I did a lot of wild shit. Thank God I was covered in blood because who. But yeah, I was a wild little kid. Shout out to young Ebony.
So speaking of growth, as you've gotten older, has your idea of what love is changed?
I think,
or I guess like the love that you want, has that changed? Since
I think that's so broad though, because there's so many different levels. Like, because I think there's like romantic love.
Well, that's
like,
what I'm talking about, I guess.
But there's levels, I think, in a relationship. Like, if I'm dating a guy, I want him to love me beyond just romance,
right?
You know,
yeah.
So,
well, I guess like as somebody who would be your husband, has like what your idea of what like a ideal like man or like an ideal partner, whatever, spouse, has that changed over time?
I don't know if it's changed because I think I'm really just now getting to an age and a point where like I can actually like
think about it.
Yeah, like, I don't know if y'all know that. I mean, I'm only 25. Not that I'm young or old. I'm just like at 19 to me, or like 20 or 18 or 21. I wasn't like, yes, I wanted a boyfriend and I wanted to be in a relationship.
Of course,
but like my scope on life and how I thought about things was so like, I mean, immature, to be honest, immature and warped. So I couldn't even say that my idea was actual love then. I think it was more like infatuation. Like I just wanted somebody to be
now that's true.
Infatuated with me, obsessed with me. But I don't know if I really truly wanted them to love me, because that would then have required me to be vulnerable at a level that I don't know if I was emotionally intelligent enough to do at that age. I know. Am I saying a lot? I don't know.
That's true. I get that.
So now I think my idea of love, I have a better idea of the love that I want, because I understand what I think love is actually now at the age I'm at, and it's more of being a person being willing to work with you through whatever stage that you're currently in. In my opinion, that's what my idea of love is. Is that I want you to be able to like me when I'm having a good day. I feel good. I love myself. I love my body. I love being here on this earth. I love like everything. But then you also have to be able to love me through the days where I don't want to get up out of my bed at all. I don't even want to take a shower because I'm just so totally like overwhelmed with my own mental stuff. You have to be able to see that, acknowledge that, and, you know, love me through that. So I think that's now is my idea of love, is just somebody being able to work with me as I continue to figure who I am out. Because, and then I feel like people, a lot of times when they meet people, they want the person already to like be completely figured out and completely put together, but we're ever changing, we're ever growing.
Yeah, so that's just never gonna happen.
Like the person you marry in 10 years is gonna be a different person.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like people need to be more willing and open-minded to take a person for who they are now and who they gonna be. So yeah,
I think my idea of like love has changed since I was like, obviously since I was a kid to now being an adult, because I think like I'm a hopeless romantic. I always have been, because I'm a very much girl. So like Cinderella and like rom-coms and like romantic movies and all that stuff, I love that kind of stuff. I like grand gestures. I like gifts. I like, you know, like my man coming in to save me. I love all of that. Let me be the damsel in distress. Okay. So I think just like my idea of what love is has changed, because love doesn't always look like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what I figured out, I feel like, is sometimes even the grandest love, or like the biggest love that you feel for people, doesn't necessarily always mean like that's the love of your life. Like that's the person you're supposed to be with.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I get old, am I gonna be able to count on this person to like set my medicine out for me,
take
and
care
like
of me,
help me? You know what I'm saying? Like, can I
wipe my butt if I can't wipe my own butt?
Yeah, like, can I trust them with my children? You know, if we have kids, well, how is he gonna be to me when I'm pregnant? You know what I'm saying? Or like when I get weird ideas, like, is he gonna sit and talk to me? Or like, say if my businesses don't work out, we're gonna still be good. You know, I feel like just finding somebody that can like go through the ins and outs, the ups and downs with you has become way more important to me than anything else.
Exactly, yeah.
And like, just like,
because to me that's life.
Yeah, just like somebody who can also put up with you. Because
exactly,
like, I know I can be annoying. Maybe. I don't think so.
I am who I am. I know I'm like, I've said that on this podcast. I say that when I know I'm crazy as hell.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to hide that. We ain't never tried to disclose that. I'm not trying to keep that behind no closed doors around here on this show. I am who I am, but I'm loyal though. I'm a ride for you. I ain't gonna die. But I'm gonna ride for you, and I'm gonna do as much as I can, you know, to support you and be there for you, and do everything within my power to make sure that you are the best you that you can be. You know?
Yeah. I do think that nowadays it's too much like emphasis on like sexual connection between people. I feel like it's very important, but I feel like, you know, like right off the bat, it's like, it's other ways I feel like you should connect with people if you decide to like, if you want to date. If you want to just like casually date and like you're not really dating for like a marriage or like to be with anybody, then, you know, cool, do your thing. But I feel like if you date to like be with somebody, I think it's important to have that chemistry. But I think it's important to have that chemistry, but I think it's not the like most important thing. Because I feel like sometimes that can like grow over time. Like you could be more sexually attracted to somebody once y'all have like a emotional connection. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And like sometimes I do think like some of the attraction we have for people is more of like lust, than us really liking them. Like, not only do I want to love somebody, I want to like them. Like, I want to us be in the same house and we have peace. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think sometimes we need to. I know that's the world. Like everything gets so like hyper, like sexualized. I feel like we see ass all the time. It's so much talk about sex all the time. It's a lot of talk about money and like is he gonna provide and like all this all the time.
I think that's a big thing too. Is the emphasis on money. Like money is I think that people, how do I put this? People put too much emphasis on like the amount of money instead of the means and the desire to be able to provide. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like a lot of times and even like I'm guilty of this, and a lot of women probably are. It's like if he can't pay for my nails, my hair, and these things, and it's like that's not. I mean, it's helping me. Like those are things I like, but that's not like that doesn't necessarily prove me your ability to provide. You know? Yeah. Because just because you can pay for some $100 nails don't mean you're gonna be able to pay a house note. True. A car note don't mean you're gonna be here for our kids.
But just because you can pay for all that stuff doesn't even mean you a good man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like once women actually love you, it's a lot of stuff we'll like tolerate. You know what I'm saying? And for us now, like kind of in our age range where a lot of people are still becoming, like there are certain stuff like if I see you're out here working and you're striving and you trying to, you know, better yourself and do things, you know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna be like, yeah, let me spend up all your money. I need my nail money. Like that's just not the kind of girl I am. I got my own fucking nail money. Yeah. But like to see you like actually doing those things and like, do I have somebody in my life that's a helpmate? Like we're gonna be in it for each other, a real partner. I think that's just more important. And if you have like a emotional bond and you like your partner,
is this person gonna hold me when I cry?
Yeah,
like that's what I'm saying. Is this person gonna love me when I don't love myself? Like, can you see through the bullshit? Like, can you actually see me for who I am, see me for my heart, my spirit, my soul?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm concerned about. Like, money is great, like, but to me, I feel like if you doing everything that you're supposed to do, then that's gonna be, you'll be blessed. And whatever blessing will be, then that's you in your household. But what I'm saying is, like, there's just so much emphasis on these transactional ass relationships.
That's what I mean.
It's just, and a lot of y'all be wondering why shit just don't never work out, and you feel empty, and you like, men, women included, because I'm sure there's niggas out here like, I'm paying for the nails, and I'm paying for the hair, and I'm paying for the shit, and don't nobody want me. Well, I hate to say it, you been a trick all this time, bro. Maybe you don't need to be paying for all that shit off the bat. Maybe when she asked you for that shit and y'all only been dating 2 weeks, you need to say no.
Yeah.
And same thing for like women. You know, some of y'all be doing just too damn much not to be married to a nigga. I'm just saying, the cooking and the cleaning and the organizing and the planning and the like all this. My throat getting dry. I'm getting so frustrated. Like
the wifely duties of it all.
Look, I can't. Like, y'all just be doing so much, and then you be like, "Well, I did everything right for this guy. I cooked and I cleaned and I took care of the kids he had with the other when I was babysitting." I'm sorry to tell you, you was a nanny that he fucked. You just so happen to get some dick on the side, girl. Like it's just stop putting so much in off the bat, because that's what, to me, it becomes transactional when you start off doing that transactional ass shit instead of just getting to know, like you said, the person and like learning them. Like
I just feel like you shouldn't give so much of yourself away before you actually like get to know somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, because then if things don't work out in the early stages, you don't feel like, oh, I've invested so much in this person. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like you have to be fake or like you have to I don't know, like not be present, you know, in y'all's situation. I'm just saying, like, especially as women and, you know, as men too, men get their feelings hurt. Like, just don't give so much of yourself away. And then, like, ask, like, real questions. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's more than one way to connect with somebody other than just sexually or just, like, over money or just... Because at the end of the day, when you get old, like, a sexual connection is definitely important. Believe me. But, like, when you get old... Y'all don't be having no sex.
I don't know. Some of these old people, they be still out here.
I'm just saying, like when
they say nursing homes have some of the highest STD rates.
I believe that, but you know what I'm saying. Like your man need a hip replacement and he 90. It ain't gonna be too much bouncing going on in the house. Okay,
he might hit it from the side. Lazy booty.
And you gonna have to hit it from the side. And you gonna have to just lay there. So that's what I'm saying. Like, what y'all gonna talk about?
Yeah.
Or like, what you gonna do when you're pregnant and right now you can't have sex? Or like, you know, whatever. It's just like, you know, it's sometimes it's other things on the agenda we need to work on than just like ass and titties. Yeah. That's what I mean about that. So I think that's what's changed for me with love. That it's not what it is what it does.
I think it makes me feel. Yeah. And to me, it's also how it changes me. Because I feel like when you're in love with someone or somebody's like loving you correctly, you change. Like, because you can't be who you were when you met this. Like, you can't continue to stay who you were. Because, I mean, again, we're constantly growing, we're constantly changing. When somebody doing right by you, you want, because it makes you want to be better. It makes you want to strive more because you're like, ooh, I got this person in my corner. They love me, they accept me, they pouring into me. Let me go out here and get my own so I can pour into them. I can be there for them. Like, it drives you in a different way. So I agree. Yeah, love for me now is just understanding, like I said, and sticking with me.
I need from you
with understanding.
I don't know too much more.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
Is that a skate? Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was the skate. Shout out to skate. But now every time I just think of legs, hips, and body. It don't matter what the fuck anything Candy's associated to. That's all I hear now. Let's get them, girls.
So I guess since we're talking about relationships, you wrote this down, how to lead in a relationship.
Yes, I saw this posted on Black Men Listen or Black Men Therapy Need Therapy or whatever, one of them little Instagram posts. Yes, and it's saying how to lead in a relationship. But to me, I think this applies to women and men because we are a equality podcast here. I know sometimes it might not seem they might not seem like that, but we are. But the post said there were 5 things that you need to, I guess not master, but I guess understand when you're in a relationship. And they said men, but I think this applies to everybody. They said 1, you have to listen. 2, you have to have a clear and communicated vision. 3, have confidence in yourself. 4, expect to be challenged. And 5, be flexible and willing to compromise. And honestly, I feel like I said, I think that's things that men and women can work on because I've seen in several situations where women do not know how to shut the fuck up and listen to what the man is trying to tell her. She's so busy going, yeah, that she can't even hear this nigga telling her what the damn issue is.
I cannot. Yes.
How about you take a minute to breathe? And then maybe you actually know what the hell's going on.
I agree. This is kind of like, you remember when Jill Scott had that Breakfast Club interview, and she was like, either you can't tell me what to do or you can't tell me what to do. You remember that?
Yeah.
And basically she was just kind of like talking about how it's a certain energy for men. It's like either I'm gonna listen to him or I'm not. So I wonder sometimes, I think it's a few things. When women don't know how to listen, I think it's because like we're used to being that strong person. Like she might have grown up with a strong mother, or she might just have a strong personality, and she's always been that person, or like a boss at work, always a leader or whatever. And so it's hard for her to like compromise. Or even,
and that's on here. Be flexible and willing to compromise.
Certainly easier said than done.
Women's and men's.
Me included. Because
and everything in between.
I love my taste and stuff. And so it has just occurred to me, like lately, sometimes my boyfriend and I, we be having conversations about like houses or like just like where we like things in houses. And so I was saying that first of all, I don't like a lot of company in my house. So anybody in his family watching now, I apologize. Y'all probably will not. If y'all over there, it's gonna be because he invited you. Because I am okay with nobody ever stepping foot in my house.
I ain't lying. I have known her. I was 5 years. I'm 20, so 5 years. I have been outside of Jessica's house once.
When
we went to Nashville, I had to come pick you up. And that's the only time I've been in Jessica's house.
But it's really because my mama don't like company, so I feel like it's something that.
But I feel like even if you had your own place, I probably
you
would
could come over. If I had my own place, you would probably have been over by now.
Okay,
but what I'm saying is, like, everybody coming around my house, like, ooh,
she said she ain't have no family game night.
Barbecue.
She said she ain't have no karaoke nights. Ain't no, hey y'all, let's come over and watch the Super Bowl. I like entertaining. I think it's fun. I don't want to cook, but I like people coming over.
Y'all is not finna come over there and fart on my sofa and waste Kool-Aid. Messing up my tables.
You don't think they at least get up and excuse themselves?
No. I won't.
You don't think they at least go out to the patio and be like,
I don't want no company.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to change.
Because people
my
still.
boyfriend is the kind of person where like his family gets together a lot.
I don't like large families. People still. My grandmother had this little money tree in her house. And they still, no, she had this money thing that somebody made her like roses out of money.
Oh, we have some at home.
And every fucking year when we had some shit at that house, roses would fucking disappear. Ask how many roses was damn left when my grandma died. Not a damn rose. Not a damn rose. So what I'm saying is people steal. So I totally understand folks coming, a large group of people coming over to your home.
Nothing about stealing.
People steal.
I just don't.
It's a girl who working my job right now who ate the other half of somebody's sandwich without even asking. How the fuck people steal? So I totally understand why you don't want people in your house, because you might have some shit up in there and you go to look for it and it's gone, and you done had so many people in your house and it's gone.
Everybody in my space, you know what I'm saying? I feel like home is kind of like your sanctuary.
Yeah, your peace.
I have everything where I want it.
Yeah,
everything where I need it. If I'm gonna break something or if something gonna be broke, I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't need nobody else.
People will break your shit. When I used to have kickbacks, I definitely had bowls that were broken, glasses that were broken, because drunk people don't know how to act. That's why I really don't like hanging with drunk people. I'm more of a, herbal lady myself.
People just don't take care of your stuff like they would their own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And also, I'm private, so I don't need everybody knowing like what's in my house. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, where you get this from? Yeah, not your business.
She said, y'all ain't gonna see me on Architectural Digest.
I said all that to say. Sorry. He's the kind of person where like his family's big and they always get together. So I know that's gonna be something that like, is there gonna be things at my house, and I'm gonna have to like pray that day and be like,
you better take your CBD gummy,
fix my
a Delta 8 gummy.
I'm be like silently putting things up that I don't want broken. You know what I'm saying?
You better push it in the closet.
That's just not how I grew up. I don't need nobody in my house.
Yeah.
At all.
I don't know. I like
none.
But this can't be too many. Like 20 people max. It's more than enough.
Two of them. No. Do not ring.
No. The camera got overheated, y'all. We sitting on here, lights, camera, action. We in the studio, so it got a little warm. But
it's hot in her.
What were we talking about? She was talking about what family in the house, compromising, and all of that.
Yeah,
how to lead in a relationship. So again, we said listen, have clear communicative vision, have confidence in yourself, expect to be challenged, and then be flexible and willing to compromise. And again, this applies to, in my opinion, men and women, because again, there are a lot of, I don't ever want y'all to listen to this podcast and think me and Jessica don't know that there's some fucked up women out there, or some women who are difficult to, be with, to love, to date, and, just it's not always just me. Yeah, women ain't shit either. People ain't shit, as we see on a daily fucking basis in this country and in this world. That it don't matter whether you black, white, tall, short, fat, skinny, that people are just fucked up. So take some of this advice that we've given you today on this episode. I'm trying to wrap this up so it don't cut out, but we appreciate y'all so much. We thank y'all for listening. Please make sure that you subscribe. I know some of y'all probably was looking for the episode audio on Spotify and Apple. It'll be up there tonight. My bad, y'all. Well, by the time you get a double episode, it'll be 2 episodes up. But because I was outside, I was just doing too much. That's why I don't go nowhere. Cause see, I be getting distracted by the streets. That's why I be at home. Cause the streets have you out there. You don't know what you're doing. But we appreciate y'all. Make sure you follow us at all of our places below. It's at _BBPC. You can follow me on my social media at The Real Albany Ayana on Instagram, and at _Albany Ayana _ on Twitter.
You can follow me at Jessie JESSI _ Monique MONIQUE on Instagram, and 2 E's on the Monique on Twitter. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you share, make sure you like this, and we'll see you next time.
Yes, and we apologize for the technical difficulties, but we will see y'all next week.
It's like,
hey.